And then fumble. Well, we'll get there. Because before the next match was the ridiculous video package that all I'm thinking, can you imagine if a new viewer might ever actually wander in somehow and say, I'll buy this wrestling pay-per-view, and they see something like this and they don't know, how did they think, what the f-? They think, well, okay, is this serious or is it a parody show? Because they do the Buckaroos video with the voiceover guy reading it straight while it's not even knocking the baby faces and putting the heels over, but in a tongue-in-cheek, not funny, and at the same time, obviously not serious way. Where it's not funny, it's goofy. But why is this, again, the giant hole in any of this logic is, why does Tony Khan allow any of this? A no-cut contract doesn't mean you can fucking super pile drive your boss or goddamn run other people over with vehicles or goddamn put on goofy videos on the show without the owner overruling you. Does anybody ever ask him in the media scrums when he's out there taking credit for everything and he's doing the negotiations with the network and he's booking 18 shows a week and he's signing all these wrestlers? Do they ever say, well, Tony, why do you let those bucks get away with fucking around with your TV show? No. That wasn't a rhetorical question.
No one asked that question. I mean, I think a lot of the people there, may root for the Bucks, but that question's never asked.
But I mean, in storyline, they're in their storyline. They're in their storyline. Well, why, Tony? Why? Explain to me, oh creative goddamn genius booker, how in your storyline that they can do all this shit and you can't do anything about it. Or Chris Daniels can't do anything about it if you appointed him. Have we seen him since?
No, after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I don't think he's been on TV or held a microphone since. What the hell was that?
I'm back. Well, you're going right back out.
That's the part of the issue. I mean, and the overall problem with AEW, the great example is the Bloodline beating up Paul Heyman versus the Elite. These guys, the EVPs, they should be the lead heels, you would think, just based on where they are. Beating up the owner of the company, who's a babyface, does it mean anything? We're weeks later. Does it mean anything? Did it mean anything a week later after that happened? It means nothing now. Do these guys have any heat? Do they have real heat? People boo because they don't want them to succeed because they're sick of them, not because they're heels that they want to see the babyface beat. And again, whether it was merch under the Young Bucks' wife, whether it's everything the Young Bucks do creatively, whether it's the personnel decisions that were made in large part due to the Young Bucks, the firings that were made due to the Young Bucks, just everything. It's the law of diminishing returns. They are not over, and they seem more minor league than ever before. And they've seen minor league in the past and often. So this is it's bad stuff. And again, the decline in popularity amongst AEW's fans. A lot of it could be pointed to everything with CM Punk that went down, and then the airing of that Jack Perry video, and the Young Bucks rebranding as the EVPs, the heel goofs who dress goofy and act goofy. It's all been downhill since then.
They've strapped themselves onto Okodi because he's still popular. They'll finish that off pretty quick because a lot more showings like this. I don't know how even the faithful can, excuse Okodi, but they've strapped themselves onto him to try to be artificially over. And what it's made out of him is two strap-ons, pretty much. They're just hanging around him. And because they walk out and people are, and then here comes Okodi. Hey, we kind of still like you because of what you used to be able to do. I don't fucking know.